My name is Shieka, and I am an artist, an educator, and a mentor. Um, I really enjoy doing all types of arts, except for oil pastels. I do not like that. But right now I'm focusing on photography and digital collage, and I'm experimenting with light and STEAM, so science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And I've been teaching that for a few years now, and so now I'm kind of taking it more serious in my own work. Yeah, and soon, in a couple months, I'll also be working with metals. Well, I have been working with metals, and I'll be working with glass, which is all kind of an extension of that STEAM stuff. Mhm. I like organic materials, and you can't get more organic than light. And at the same time, like I love wood. I do some wood sculpture and anything organic, but it might seem like it's on the opposite end of the spectrum. But I love STEAM. I love working with metals and technology. But if you think about it, technology is made out of organic materials. So, glass. Well, glass is a processed organic material sand, but I see that all as an extension of organicness. I think that the easiest way to learn something is just by playing around, and yeah, that's how I got into life. Just buying cheap stuff off the internet and playing around with it, and I'm still playing, and getting excited about people that I know who are working with those materials, and yeah, just keep taking it a step further. Yeah. There are definitely themes in my work, and the themes are play, organicness, and I would say healing, which goes along with discovery, which is an extension of play. I'm a nerd, so I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, so the more I learn, the more I get interested in something, and so yeah, that part, just whatever I'm learning, is always a part of it. And probably the most the biggest theme probably in my life is just discovering who I am. So I call myself a Black American, but I have multi-ethnicities, and so just discovering who I am, what that means, who my ancestors were, and where they're from, that always becomes a part of my work. So, self-discovery. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I don't display those pieces, which is interesting. I never thought about that before. This piece right here, that sculpture, that was my first serious wood sculpture, and I was going through so much, so it's almost like my emotions are in that piece, like stored in that piece, and so a lot of people have asked to buy that, and I won't sell it. I just love it. So I would say, yeah, that's probably my favorite piece and has the most emotional attachment. Yes. So I am actually, I know at least the third generation, part of the third generation of artists in my family. Um, so I don't know what happened before my grandfather, but I know my grandfather was an artist and an educator, and we would have these family meetings where he would teach us things, and he drew these big posters of everything that he wanted us to know. And he passed away from cancer a few years ago, and I have most of those posters, and he would by hand make all these pamphlets for us. And my first professional delving into the arts was as a graphic and multimedia designer. So I look at these like, you did all this by hand, like wow. And my mother was an artist, and she always pushed us. I mean, like my earliest memories is my mom giving us ceramics to paint and having workshops and teaching around Denver and also in Oklahoma. So now I can see, okay, so myself and a few of my siblings, and now the next generation, my children and nieces and nephews. It's like most of us are artists, which is cool. It's really cool to see. Contemporary art to me is kind of like the opposite of what we learn as like stuffy fine arts. Contemporary art is inclusive and embracive, is that a word? Of people who like doing new things and don't want to be stuck in the box of whoever said this was art.